The fun continues in Bristol, Connecticut with Game 2 of the Mid-Atlantic Regional Tournament. Eastside Little League from Westchester, Pennsylvania will face the Delaware State champion Naaman's Little League from Wilmington. Both sides are looking to jumpstart their quest for Williamsport with a big first win this afternoon. Now this morning, Washington, D.C. rallied for a thrilling 7-6 victory over Maryland, so D.C. awaits the winner of this game on Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. The loser of this game will turn it around and play tomorrow in an elimination bracket game. And welcome everybody alongside Vernon Wells. I'm Doug Sherman. Glad you're with us. And both of these two teams have been here now 48 hours. They haven't played yet. You know they must be chomping at the bit.
Oh, no doubt about it. And got a chance to watch a really exciting first game today. And I know they want to punch their ticket to the next stage of this thing and hopefully get a chance to be in Williamsport after it.
Well, let's give you a sense of some of the parameters in Little League Baseball. The tournament format, we've got boys ages 10, 11, and 12. It's a modified double elimination format, meaning 2 losses and you're gone. But when we get to the championship round, it is winner take all. We play 6-inning regulation games, and then we also have a continuous batting order, meaning all players on the roster will bat from beginning to end. There are no defensive requirements to play in the field. And Pennsylvania comes into this region as certainly the heavyweight historically. 38 times the state champ from Pennsylvania has played in Williamsport. Washington, D.C., on the other hand, has never made it to the Little League World Series. That could change here this week in Bristol. Here's the starting lineup for this year's state champ from PA, Westchester. Ryan Donnelly, the shortstop and table setter, is the man who makes them go, followed by Darren Molyneux, Cole Warner, Dylan DeGiulio, Ryan Hennessy, Paul Cowperthwaite, Jack Cassidy, James Martin, Colt DeGrazio, Mike Nolan, Adam Gazonis, and Pat Corliss. And they will have to deal with Brady Winklespect, the #1 pitcher. He throws a 2 and a 4-seam fastball along with a curveball and a changeup. And as we have said time and again, Vernon, over the last couple of days, a lot of pressure can be put on the shoulders of the starting pitcher day one.
Definitely can, but with a name like Winklespect, I like the fact that he's on the mound, big kid, ready to embrace this challenge for his team. And what makes sense is a high fastball, first off.
Why not?
Those are the nerves coming through.
Well, Wink is 5'6", 117 pounds. His manager, Carl D. Donato, says he's the most likely to go pro. And Brady's thinking along those same lines. When he was asked in our questionnaire, why do you play Little League? He said, well, it's the first step to the big leagues.
It is. There's steps, so many steps in between, but you got to be one of the best in every level that you get to, and the work that it takes to get to every level and be the best. Some work that get put in it. Now I'm glad he's back in the strike zone. See if we can continue being consistent in there.
Well, he is battling RD Ryan Donnelly. Also has big dreams of playing professionally if he could someday, and he draws a leadoff walk. Described by his manager as an absolute bulldog, Donnelly is aboard.
A little bit reminiscent of the start of our first game today.
Yeah. And where the winning team issued 13 walks. Absolutely unbelievable.
Doesn't happen too often in this game.
But at the end, it doesn't matter. They won 7-6. DC is in the winner's bracket and one step closer to getting to the World Series in spite of their inability to consistently throw strikes today. Darren Molyneux didn't mean to. Little swinging bunt. Fielded by the catcher, Patty Grugan, and the throw down to Paulie D. Donato is in time. Donnelly moves to second. It works effectively as a sacrifice bunt, but it goes for an 0 for 1. Well, there's Bob Hennessy, the 46-year-old police officer and 6th-year Little League volunteer, manager of the Eastside Little League from Pennsylvania. He is a New Jersey native who played his Little League ball for Manchester Little League. His wife Erica, daughter Reese, and then his son Ryan, one of the top players in the state of Pennsylvania.
Well, going back to walks in a game, I think the Blue Jays recently had a game where they won with 10 walks.
Really?
Yeah. It's hard to do, but it happens.
To the backstop, big bounce, and turning tail heading back to second is Ryan Donnelly. Nice job by Patty Grugan to jump on that pitch that went off the padding. Thumbs up from Patty. And then Grugan digs that one out of the dirt. He's, quote, our glue guy, the catcher you need for him to be one of your glue guys. Wonderful kid, very mature. Also goes by Patty Boy. Takes that pitch down low, and it's a second walk issued by Brady Winklespect. So now the cleanup hitter, Dylan DeJulio. Big spot early in this ball game. DeJulio rips it through the hole into left field. Slamming on the brakes. We've got 2 runners at third base.
Hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Good call, Vernon. Rather than throw the ball away and give up a run, bases loaded, catch your breath, 1 out, try to get the next man. Well, Cole Warner, the runner from first, didn't pick up that the stop sign had been thrown in front of him.
Yeah, I think assuming as a base runner he's scoring, he's getting waved home, but it was a good stop by the third base coach to stop him. I think he would have been out at the plate. Great throw from left.
So now Ryan Hennessy, the manager's son, 4'10", 112 pounds. There's a called strike on the outside corner by our home plate umpire today, Tyrone Powell. Darren Besicek, the ump, at first. Keith O'Brien at second. Alex Hufford at third. That one goes to the backstop. And again, going way off second base is Cole Warner, but able to get back.
And we can speak to some of the fundamentals of like the base running and anticipation, especially with short backstops. You almost have to read that down angle of the pitch so you can be ahead of the game when it comes to not allowing it to get to the backstop.
Hennessy grounds to second. DeCaro goes 2 seconds for one. On to first, a double play. DeCaro to Miller to DiDonato. And Delaware gets out of a big jam in the first inning. And we will show a second look. It's going to be challenged. Each team gets 2 unsuccessful challenges in regulation. And so they've got to come up with indisputable, visible proof that the call was wrong. Certainly the out at second, no question. What do you think, Vernon, at first?
I don't know about at first, but throughout that play, second baseman fielding it well. We like to call that the power feed with the backhand to the shortstop. Love that play. Something we worked on. I worked on even as an outfielder in the infield, the power feed. And a good turn at short. But we had a good runner running down the line, so I'd love to see what this call ends up being. But our umpires have been spot on so far.
When you get to this level of Little League Baseball, these are all state championship teams. You don't get here without good infield play. But if you have superior infield play, it can be a real separator. And we just got a taste right there on the infield defense for Delaware.
Well, I know, I mean, me speaking offensively and being biased, if it's tie goes to the runner, I got him safe.
Ooh, boy. That angle definitely makes me think we might get a reversal. We'll see. But the replay officials have to determine that is indisputable to overturn the call.
Such a tough call for the first base umpire, too.
And it's a big call, because if it's a safe, then a run scores. Donnelly would have scored if Hennessy beat the throw at first.
And these calls are missed at all level and right at all levels. So this is, it's a tough position to be in because it's bang bang.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
Nope.
I prove that every time we go on the air. And these umpires are professional umpires who willingly volunteer their time, not just be here for a day, but be here for the entire tournament to make sure we can hold this wonderful event year in and year out. And it looks like they're nearing a decision. It is indeed overturned, and so a run scores, and a challenge well done gets Pennsylvania on the board.
I think that leaves us 1-0 up here as well. I think we're 1-0 as well. I don't know.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with that.
I'll take it. So Hennessy reaches on the fielder's choice and knocks in the run. Donnelly scores, and then back out to third base is Cole Warner. Home plate umpire still back talking to the Little League officials.
Yeah, and our catcher having a little problem getting his earpiece to stay in. Seems to be ready now.
So that is a communication tool between the coach and the catcher only. So they got that worked out. Home plate umpire Tyrone Powell back in his crouch, and we're back underway with Paul Cowperthwaite, starting left fielder for this Pennsylvania State Championship team.
Stolen base there. Now creates a second and third situation. Second and third, 2 outs.
Winkelspect.
Good fastball. You know, this is where a hitter, you got to shorten up, try to put the ball in play, make something happen.
Cowperthwaite gets bat on it, but it's out of play. They'll do it again. The count holds 1-2. Again, the 1-2. It's a fastball that misses up, and the count evens. Well, Cowperthwaite is a home run threat. Had a big dinger in the district championship game, but not this time. Winkelspect, no problem with the overturned call. He goes back out onto the mound and nails down out number 3. But Pennsylvania draws first blood, 1-0 PA. Namath's Little League made its way here to Bristol, Connecticut on the strength of its pitching. In districts and states, they went undefeated with a 1.75 team earned run average. And they really have a terrific rotation of pitchers. Their biggest win came back from down 2-0 in the 6th inning to win the state title. 2 outs, down to Milton Little League, and they beat him 3-2. Brady Winkelspect delivered his first Little League home run. And here is how they will line up. Winkelspect, we've met him already pitching. He's in the middle of the lineup as the number 6 hitter. Hauber, Grugan, Jolowitsky, Amobi, DiDonato. And then the bottom of the order, Puitt, Ponteri, Miller, DeCaro, Santora, Heisler, and Jenny. And yes, indeed, they have 13 people on the roster. All will play from beginning to end. And they will take on Cole Warner, big number 5. The right-hander gets the start for Pennsylvania. 5 feet 9 inches tall already at the age of 12.
Looks like he has a pretty good arm on his shoulders too. Yep.
Matthew Hauber behind on that first pitch he saw.
And a breaking ball.
That's a pretty good one to start.
And I don't think his catcher was ready for that one.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Colt DeGrazio goes out, and they'll get their signs worked out.
Good recovery by the catcher. He saw his life flash before his eyes, but was able to able to make up for it.
Strike 3 call. Cole Warner showing off the fastball to retire Hauber to start the bottom of the first.
Great start for Cole Warner. Used his fastball effectively, breaking ball, and then the put away fastball.
And while Cole Warner is a really good starting pitcher, his special talent is when he's in the outfield robbing home runs. He has done that this summer and may get that opportunity here. That is why you have a fence right in front of the first base dugout.
Keep him safe.
Always safe, yeah.
One ball, one strike. Play.
Little dribbler. Warner fields, bare hand.
Great play.
And he gets the out at first. So Warner can rob home runs, and he can field his position on the mound and rob base hits.
Number 99.
So he actually is an athlete.
Sure is.
The argument of pitchers are athletes.
He's an outfielder who is pitching.
That's true. That's true. Not an easy play going to his right either.
Now Cole Tulowitzki tries his hand.
Cole's living in the strike zone right now with both pitches. Good swing.
Lifted in the air to center field. Ryan Hennessy is dead in his tracks to make the play. Tulowitzki came into this tournament red hot, but he's retired first time around against the right arm of Cole Warner for Pennsylvania. Here in Little League, we have so many great family stories going back generations, and for the Cassidys, it began with the great-grandfather, Thomas Dean Cassidy Sr., down a couple of generations to Mike Cassidy, who, as you see, played linebacker for the University of Delaware and wore the number 46, and now his son, following in those footsteps, Jack Cassidy, wears number 46 because he's so proud of the fact that his dad was a Fighting Blue Hen. And he is carrying on the tradition, and Jack leads things off here to begin the top of the second inning.
Good swing.
Just like great-granddad, just like his pop, he can play a little ball, trying for two. There's a collision, and he is safe. Jack Cassidy with a leadoff double to begin the top of the second inning.
He got a first pitch fastball that he liked, middle. Did damage with it. And then got a little damage to himself, getting a little interference call at second base.
Now James Martin, who says, I have ice in my veins. That comes in handy when you play the hot corner. He's a really good third baseman, and at the plate, he's a cool customer as well.
Well, we're about to find out that's the case. Once you go by that, some big shoes to fill.
Got to live up to it.
Got to live up to it. But the good thing is his favorite app is the ESPN app. He's a smart kid too.
Perfect. The pitch was in the dirt, allowing Cassidy to take third. It is a wild pitch. Early in the game at this point, the infield stays at normal depth. Martin facing now a 2-2 pitch. Strike three call. Second punch out for Brady Winkelspect.
Good fastball down in the zone, bottom of the zone. He's working it up and down. I think if he allows himself to just be comfortable with using the fastball, I think he can get most hitters out by just using that pitch.
Well, Brady comes from good baseball stock as well. His grandfather was drafted by the Kansas City Royals. Paul Ridley on his mother's side. And there's another high fastball chased by Colt DeGrazio.
People often wonder, why do you swing at the high fastball? Because it looks so good to hit. That's the problem. It's hard to lay off of it. Except for the one at their face.
Yes.
Yes.
The runner at third, Jack Cassidy, doubled to start the inning, moved to third on a wild pitch. After the strikeout of Martin, DeGrazio trying to make it 2-0.
Good stop.
Ball four, and the stop by the catcher Grugan to keep the runner at third base for now, and now sprinting to second and being allowed to get there, Colt DeGrazio. Well, despite being the youngest player on this team, Colt DeGrazio is seen as the team leader, and we saw a taste of that right there, hustling out of the box to get all the way to second.
Yeah, seeing if he can force a mistake to happen.
Now it's Mike Nolan's turn. A little Pete Rose action here. It's a key component of Little League. Just keep running until they get you.
It happens. That's the way it happens sometimes. It's a breaking ball.
Called strike on Nolan. Mike Nolan is about to turn 13 this September. He's got a mom named Kelly who's a registered nurse. His dad Michael is a pipe fitter. But big number 44 is retired on strikes.
The good old high heater following a breaking ball.
Yep. And so now we'll have a courtesy runner, as with 2 outs in the inning, by rule, you can replace either your pitcher or your catcher on the base paths. And so Mike Nolan, who just struck out, goes out to pinch run for the catcher, Colt DeGrazio, at second.
And it just helps the game keep moving along, so the catcher has time to put his gear on and switch of innings. He can move on and keep the same time.
Well, Adam Gazonis is always going to remember getting his team's first RBI in the state championship. Helped this team make it all the way here to the regionals. And batting out of the 11th spot in the lineup here this afternoon. Adam is a legacy as he takes a walk. His dad, Nick, wore number 18 for this same Little League program a couple of decades ago. So now runners on all 3 bases for Pat Corliss.
Number 24, Pat Corliss.
Offers it the first pitch and fouls it back on the screen. Well, among his highlights this summer, well, I like that one right there, that he can slide as smoothly as Trey Turner. If you can do that, you're doing something.
You're doing something, because Trey is one of the smoothest ones when it comes to sliding and have a pop-up slide. And almost like a dance move.
Yeah.
That's how good he is at it.
Yeah. Why is it so hard to make it look so easy? Why is that something other people don't do or can't do?
Control of your body, moving at that speed, which Trey's a fast human being as well. So that probably gives him a little extra advantage to be able to pop up so easily. So it's kind of unfair that he makes it look so easy, because he's so fast, can control his body, come up smooth like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
So it's pretty to watch.
It sure is.
And I think he's bought into it too.
And so, not surprisingly, many of the Eastside Little Leaguers from Westchester, PA, about 30 miles outside of Philadelphia, are Phillies fans. And for Pat Corliss, who's putting up a good fight here with the bases loaded and 1 out, his summer highlight so far was getting to go to the home run derby that had a classic ending.
It was a really good home run derby.
Jordan Walker saying, "I got this."
I'm sure, like him and many Philly fans, were disappointed in the ending.
This is true.
But the format was great. Led to some drama at the end, and it's a good change they made.
No doubt. Corliss stays alive.
Love to see the battle from the number 12 hitter too.
This is an 8-pitch at bat, and this is the 50th pitch thrown. It is strike 3. Winkelspeck gets out of a bases loaded jam. But again, his pitch count is soaring through 2 innings. We head to the bottom of the second, still 1-0 PA over Delaware.
Follow the amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure. Download the Little League World Series app and watch highlights, photos, schedules, and more. Available in the app stores for both Apple and Android devices.
Some pretty good swag there here at the Giamatti Center. If you are in the Northeast, you can come down and check out some great Little League baseball. And again, we've got not just this Mid-Atlantic region going on here, at the same time the New England region and the Metro region. So we have 12 different teams from 11 different states plus Washington, D.C. represented, all fighting for a spot in the Little League World Series. We start the bottom of the second inning with Taj Amobi leading off for Delaware against right-hander Cole Warner. And what's a game without refreshments?
They can journey up here with some.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got that right. Well, it is certainly a warm summer afternoon. here in the Northeast. Amori swings and misses. Big swing and miss.
The unfortunate part for Delaware is the way Cole Warner is throwing the baseball right now and keeping his pitch count down. One run may be enough to win this ball game.
Time called by Taj Amobi, who his coaches say is the ringleader. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but apparently he's always early to the field, setting a good example. And he draws a walk. And I'm guessing he wasn't able to follow his usual pregame routine of going to Wawa for a soft pretzel. They don't have Wawas around here, I don't think.
But I do like a good soft pretzel.
I sure do.
Yeah.
So in spite of that, Amobi is on base. Paulie DiDonato. Yeah, we're back on that food thing.
Oh, I missed it. What was his?
No, we showed the concession stand again with a good line of people getting their refreshments. I don't know if they have soft pretzels at the concession stand here.
We're going to have to find that out. Nope, they have pretzels here.
That one gets away. DeGrazio can't recover in time, so down to second goes Amobi.
So I'm going to go on a limb and say he had a pregame pretzel.
You think he did?
I think he did.
Found his way. It's not a Wawa pretzel.
No, not a Wawa, but you got to take what you can get.
One ball, one strike.
Strike called to DiDonato. He is the son of the Delaware manager, Carl, who is also the third base coach. We appreciate the coach's time on Friday and throughout this tournament, making themselves and the players available. High chopper to third, short hop by Martin. Moving up on the ground out is Amobi to third base.
You watch a lot of these infielders field the ball. They do a really good job of getting there and getting rid of the baseball early.
And Carl DiDonato knows that if we play tight infield defense, we should be okay.
It's the name of the game in Little League Baseball.
Now Brady Winklespect looks at ball one. Well, Brady's not just an ace pitcher. He hit a walk-off home run with a couple of outs to win the state championship. Truly one of the leaders on this team. Popped up, back a second. Ryan Donnelly makes the catch. And there are two away. Big second out for Cole Warner.
Number 10, C.J. Hewitt.
That'll bring up C.J. Puett. C.J. stands for Charles Jr. He's actually Charles III. He's somebody known to keep things loose. Ripped up the middle. Game-tying RBI single for C.J. Puett.
That's one of the hardest balls we've seen hit this weekend.
And so with the score tied at 1, first pitch swinging, Jason Ponteri, and he is retired. But a good answer for this Delaware All-Star team. They turn a leadoff walk into the tying run. We're even heading to the third. Little League Baseball Regionals continue with Little League Around the Bases, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Our whip-around coverage of every region continues throughout the day on ESPN+. It's hosted by Matt Schick and Mike Rooney. And there are 10 regions coast to coast being played right now that will turn into 10 spots for the U.S. in the upcoming Little League World Series. Also, there will be 10 international spots, and all the fun will be covered by Around the Bases, a wonderful addition to our ESPN coverage of Little League Baseball. With three-time Major League All-Star center fielder Vernon Wells, I'm Doug Sherman. Glad you're with us for this game between Pennsylvania and Delaware. Through 2 innings, tied at 1. We've got a couple of hard-throwing right-handers going on at it. This is Brady Winklespect on the hill for Delaware.
Brady's going to need to live in the strike zone here. Try to get that pitch count to stay as low as possible.
Yeah, first time through the order, he issued 4 walks, and that's not a good recipe for pitching late into a Little League game.
That'll leave you with 53 pitches in your first 2 innings.
Dealing with Ryan Donnelly, who walked and scored the lone run so far for Pennsylvania. Off the end of the bat, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jack Jenny is now playing right field for Delaware. Santora is in left. And Cole Jolowitzki is playing first base. High pop, fair or foul. It's going to be a fair ball, and it falls in off the glove of Jenny. And sliding in safely to third base is Ryan Donnelly.
Number 3, Darren Molyneux.
It's a tough play for a right fielder. Ball going away from him. Unfortunately, just went off the glove.
That goes as a leadoff triple for Donnelly, who was running hard.
What a great way to start this inning.
Ground ball to third. They get the out at first, but
it's a productive out.
It is a productive out. Donnelly scores for the 2nd time, and he puts Pennsylvania back in front.
Number 5, Cole Warner.
So after the RBI ground out by Darren Molyneux, here's Cole Warner. First pitch hunting, rips it to third. And there is out number 2. Jason Ponteri's been busy at the hot corner. And here's Dylan DeJulio.
Dylan DeJulio.
Favorite food, pizza. I could go for a slice of pizza about now. He's got a line drive base hit to left field, making it look easy. Dylan's now 2 for 2.
This Pennsylvania lineup is a tough one to deal with. All aggressive, all making
Ryan Hennessy.
strong contact, good approach.
And they were the last of the 4 teams here in this region to clinch their state tournament title, so they were the ones scrambling the most to get here. Oftentimes you win your state championship on Sunday, and then you've got to figure out, all right, we've been through districts, we've been through states, now how are we going to get to Bristol and come up with the money and fundraise and do all those other things. And so for Pennsylvania, they were able to get here, and they are off to a good start in their first game. They've been here for 48 hours. Both these teams are the last in this region to take the field. Hennessy draws a walk. And now Naaman's Little League has a meeting on the mound. Let's see if after 65 pitches that is it for Winklespect. Taj Amobi will replace Brady Winklespect, and we will take a break while Taj gets loosened up.
Thank you, sir.
Number 20, Paul Calperthwaite.
The new pitcher for Delaware is Jason Ponteri. Taj Amobi was heading out of the dugout, but he went to third. He's now playing third, and Ponteri delivers his first pitch. Fouled out of play by Paul Calperthwaite. Ponteri is a 12-year-old right-hander from North Wilmington, Delaware. He attends Tally Middle School. He inherits runners at first and second. That one's going to land up in the stands. Dylan DeJulio's the runner at second base, but Ryan Hennessy, who drew a walk, is at first. You get a souvenir. You get to keep that. That'd be nice if that little one got to keep that foul ball.
I think he's keeping it either way.
Who's going to tell him to give it back?
Oh, good swing.
Ripped into center. DeJulio trying to beat the throw, which is cut off. And then the throw to third gets away, is going to allow the second run to score. And sliding into third after delivering the big hit, Paul Calperthwaite.
This Pennsylvania team continues to just apply pressure. Each batter, top to bottom.
Julio scores on the RBI base hit from Calperthwaite, and then the error allows Hennessy to come in to make it 4-1 Pennsylvania.
Number 46, Jack Cassidy.
And now Jack Cassidy, who doubled his first time. Well, he has been trending up as the summer All-Star season has gone on, and he is still doing the same thing this afternoon. Good breaking ball there.
Try to get him off the fastball. Throw a good breaking ball just out of the zone. See what he goes back to here.
Ponteri goes for the breaking ball, which is popped up. Backing out of play. The catcher, Patty Grugan, never found it, but it was well beyond his reach.
Love the ball in the dirt and try to frame it as a strike. Love it.
You picked up on that.
Yeah.
Foul ball in the box. Count remains 1-2. Ponteri misses inside, trying to strand Cowperthwaite at third base. 3 runs already in this inning. Grounded to second. DeCaro makes the play, but a 3-run uprising has put Pennsylvania on top 4-1 here in Bristol, Connecticut. Just keep running and make the opposition get you out. Pennsylvania on a roll. There are plenty of superstitions around Little League Baseball, and for Eastside Little League in Westchester, PA, it's all about the Rubber Ducks. They started with 1 last year. Now they've got 2. They make every appearance at every game. And they have a players-only routine that we're not really privy to exactly what they do pregame, but the coaches don't participate. It's just the players with the Ducks, and then they play ball.
I'd like the full story behind the 2 Ducks. But they're a little bigger than the Jeep Ducks that we had speculated on.
Yeah. And I'm not sure I've ever seen a sparkly duck.
No, that's a fancy duck right there. Look at him. Is that a cape or I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. A lot of secrets, a lot of mystery around these Ducks.
But it works for them.
It does. Well, Pennsylvania rode the luck of the Ducks to 3 runs in the top of this inning, now leading 4-1. Delaware's got the bottom of its order due up. This is Brian Miller, the number 9 hitter in a 13-player roster. And so you've got 13 players in your lineup. And in spite of being in the 9 hole, Brian Miller is said to be the best all-around athlete on the team. He's a rising 7th grader at DuPont Middle School. And he also pitches for this team, and his highlight, and this is a good one, threw an immaculate inning this year.
I like it.
9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts.
I don't like it as a hitter, but
no, he's
good
on
for
the
him.
Wrong side of it there.
Number 9, Joey DeCaro.
Cole Warner.
Yeah, that pitch is unhittable.
Yeah, paints the outside corner, and what are you going to do?
Watch it, just like we did.
And go back to the dugout. So now Joey DeCaro will try his hand.
Yeah, Cole is one of those arms that when he's dialed in and in the zone, it makes it hard for every hitter throughout this lineup, and he is on point so far.
And you see right there his sister, Cece as she is known, is his favorite athlete. She is a volleyball player at Rider University in Lawrenceville, New Jersey.
Love volleyball. Big fan of volleyball.
I concur. Vernon Wells. You enjoy watching or playing?
Not playing. I actually ruptured my patellar tendon playing volleyball, so I like to just watch it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. College volleyball has become one of our favorite sports to watch.
Well, you are not alone. Vaquero behind on that fastball. Cole Warner pitching well, pitching effectively. He wears the number 5 because apparently his mom Sarah still plays some softball herself, and when she does, she wears the number 5. So Cole has followed mom's lead. And among his favorites, Saquon Barkley makes sense, Philadelphia Eagles. Trey Turner, Phillies, makes sense. Mr. Beast, chance to make some money, that makes sense. Gym class,
one of our favorites.
All in on that. But I'm not so sure about his last one, Uncrustables.
Can't agree with him on the Uncrustables.
Yeah, I love the crust.
Yeah, but on Uncrustable?
No, a regular sandwich with the crust.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Number 21.
It's not that I'm against Uncrustables. I much prefer a regular sandwich.
I'd rather make my fresh peanut butter and jelly, but that's just me.
Me too.
Everybody has their own little things.
Strawberry preserves for me. How about you?
I'm a grape guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe a good strawberry preserve, good strawberry jam, maybe. But give me grape all day.
I wouldn't complain if you made me a nice PB&J with grape either.
That used to be the meal of the minor leagues back in the day.
I know it all too well, spending a couple of years as a broadcaster. It's what you could afford.
Oh, yeah.
And what the clubhouse had.
You were fortunate if you got into the clubhouse and they had cold cuts in there. that was high society right there. Will Santora awaits the 1-2 pitch. He's fighting off some tough pitches from a really good pitcher, which helps get that pitch count up.
Well, he is tough. He played through a broken tooth while catching earlier.
Sounds like a hockey player.
Took it off the face mask and didn't even blink.
We need to talk about his face mask.
I appreciate the Uncrustables sign before strike 3 there. Now I'm getting hungry. But an impressive inning of work for Cole Warner. 3 up, 3 down with 3 Ks for the tall right-hander. Pennsylvania's offense has been doing it in a variety of ways, drawing walks, getting hits, running the bases, and they lead it 4-1. Ryan Donnelly with the big triple. And for Delaware, just the one hit so far. They manufactured a run in the bottom half of the second inning. As we've reached the midpoint, heading to the top half of the fourth inning. With Vernon Wells, I'm Doug Sherman. This is our second game of the day. This morning, Washington, D.C. rallied for a thrilling 7-6 victory over Maryland to earn its spot in a Tuesday matchup against the winner of this game in the winner's bracket. And James Martin will lead off for Pennsylvania. On the mound for his first full inning of work is Jason Ponteri. He came on to get the final out of the third inning. C.J. Puitt is back out in left field for Delaware. And Robert Heisler will take his turn out in right. He's the third right fielder so far today for Delaware.
And for those wondering what goes on air, in between breaks, there was a great debate on PBJs, and we get a ground ball back to the pitcher.
And not just between the two of us, the entire crew.
The entire crew was
weighed in
on
it.
And we actually came to the agreement that Uncrustables on the go are really good, but when you have time to make the proper peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you actually go layers on both sides of the bread with peanut butter and then throw your jelly or jam in the middle, and keeps everything nice and crisp. So for those at home, try it out. It's a game changer.
I don't know that that was the consensus. It's what you thought was the best way to do this.
Not just me. I had plenty of people in my ear agreeing with me on that one, and some that actually realized that's actually a brilliant move. And I'd have to say my wife came up with it, so I can't take credit.
Nice over-the-shoulder catch by the shortstop, Brian Miller. Colt DeGrazio retired on the pop-out.
Number 44, Mike
Shortstop going back, making it look easy. Had it the whole way.
Well, again, he's the best all-around athlete on the team, and that's why you have him at shortstop.
Love a good shortstop that's willing to go out and catch balls in the outfield. Makes our jobs easier as outfielders.
And he is said to have the biggest personality on the team. Ripped down the third base line. It's a fair ball. Mike Nolan going to get to at least second. C.J. Puitt able to get it back into the infield to hold him to a double. It's a 2-out, 2-bagger for number 44, Mike Nolan.
Another ball smoked. And he liked it at the end. Got to find out what the celebration is at the end.
Yeah. Pennsylvania looking to seize control of this thing. Adam Gazonis takes strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Pennsylvania has accumulated for so many trips to the Little League World Series. This group would love to add to that list. Third out comes on the little dribbler in front of the plate. So the Delaware pitching and defense holds there to keep the score at 4-1 through 3½.
Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use the hashtags LLWS.
Watching some of the players and coaches from some of the other teams. We saw Drew Clark and his family from Gray, New Gloucester, Raymond Little League in Maine getting ready for their next game. The New England region started yesterday with a couple of games, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. And then it is the Mid-Atlantic region's turn here today. Our first look at Robert Heisler, who actually played out in right field the last half inning. He was not assigned a spot defensively to begin the game, but the manager has put him in, giving him a chance to play out in the outfield. And Robert's father, Rob, is one of the coaches on this Naaman's Little League team, and he was a very good player back in the day. Dad pitched collegiately at Wilmington University all the way to the 2005 NAIA World Series. His son facing Cole Warner, the big right-hander, pitches. Heisler tries to hold up, and the first base umpire, Darren Besicek, says he did. DeGrazio, the catcher, holds the mitt right there. Indeed, the pitch caught the corner, and Heisler is struck out by Cole Warner. The fourth straight K, all looking for Cole Warner. So it's a backwards K. And now Jack Jenny will try his turn with the third baseman playing in on the grass. You see the fact that Jack's mom, Kristen, was recently inducted into the National Lacrosse Hall of Fame. She was a four-time All-American, four-time national champion at the University of Maryland, and now makes her career as a lacrosse coach.
Congrats, Mom.
So it is no surprise at all that Jack Jenny would want to share that. There's Mom celebrating the 250th anniversary of our country as well.
She probably wasn't shy about hitting people with sticks.
No.
No.
Well, her son becomes the fifth consecutive strikeout victim of Cole Warner.
Number 11, Matthew Hauber.
As they turn the lineup over to Matthew Hauber, who struck out looking to begin the first inning against Cole Warner. Warner now has thrown 50 pitches. And every team has a different strategy as you climb up through the different thresholds of pitches thrown and how much rest is required after each one.
And Pennsylvania has two aces, so they could allow him just to finish this whole thing out.
Hauber could not catch up to that high fastball. And Warner is now a strike away from a sixth consecutive punch-out. There it is. The first four were looking, the last two on swinging strikes, and Cole Warner is well in control for Pennsylvania. The boys from Westchester, PA, looking to pick up win number 1 of this Mid-Atlantic region here this afternoon. Well, Pat Corliss is a middle infielder and pitcher for Pennsylvania. He most looks up to his dad, Ed Corliss. And there is Ed right there. Not just because his dad is tall, his dad's 6'6". But his dad played Division III basketball and is a Division I referee. In fact, he got an NCAA tournament assignment this year and was assigned to Greenville, South Carolina. He was on the call as an official for the Duke-Siena game, where Siena nearly upset Duke.
What a great game to be a part of.
So he is one of the rising officials in Division I basketball, and his son Pat, one of the standout players for Eastside Little League. And here is Pat.
And apparently Pat has a sense of humor. Favorite celebrity is Kevin Hart.
He said he's from Philly, and he's funny. Why wouldn't I want to meet him?
And they're about the same height.
And there you see Brian Miller has moved from shortstop to the mound. And so he is the third pitcher for Delaware today. Safe at first. Corliss reaches to lead off the top of the 5th inning.
Number 7, Ryan Donnelly.
It goes as a throwing error to allow Corliss to reach.
Yeah, it looked like his footwork was pretty good, and unfortunately just made a low throw. Probably felt like he needed to get rushed out a little bit with a speedster on approaching first base. But that turns the lineup over.
And Miller's going to have to deal with Ryan Donnelly, who has scored a couple of runs today, walked and tripled. And the Delaware defensive switches continue. On the backhand, the third baseman unable to make the play. Everybody's safe. Reaching out a fielder's choice is Donnelly.
Number 3, Darren Molyneux.
Unfortunately for Delaware, this has a feeling of one of those innings that could possibly get out of hand. So need some big pitches right here. Hopefully well-placed balls at some defenders.
Darren Molyneux is the batter. He's knocked in a run in his 2 plate appearances so far on a ground out back in the 3rd. And I love one of the nicknames for Darren Molyneux, DMX. Darren, D-A-R-R-E-N, and then Molyneux, M-O-L-I-N-E-U-X, DMX. It makes sense.
It does, unlike the rapper DMX.
Right.
But I like the direction.
So DMX is aboard with a walk. First time he has reached today.
Number 5, Cole Warner.
And now here is Warner again, looking for his first hit. Walking a ground out so far. Getting his first look at Brian Miller.
And Cole has a presence about him, both on the mound, walking up to the plate. He looks like somebody who's looking to get a big hit right here and do some damage. And probably has some power in that bat.
Well, he does. In the state semis, he has been big. Like we said, both pitching, hitting, and playing defense when he's in the outfield. Here comes the runner from 3rd. He's in safely. It's 5-1 Pennsylvania. Down to 3rd goes Donnelly. Molyneux is now the runner at 2nd base. Warner says he most looks up to his dad, Chris. I already mentioned his mom, Sarah, who still plays some softball, and they've got 3 kids. Addison is 17, Jack is 15. And then Cole is the youngster at 12. He's about to be a 7th grader at Stetson Middle School. And in case you're curious, West Chester, Pennsylvania is about 30 miles west of Citizens Bank Park, the home of the Phillies, as Warner walks. And actually, these 2 programs are only about 17 miles apart. Wilmington, Delaware to West Chester, PA is not that far. It takes less than half an hour to get from one to the next.
Well, again, I continue to learn about the Northeast and cities and the places I need to visit. Little confidence building mound visit by the coach.
Just hope that arm's feeling okay. But he's in a tough spot. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Already 1 run in.
Number 23, Dylan
And as we mentioned,
DiGiulio.
Miller has thrown an immaculate inning this summer. 3 up, 3 down, 9 pitches, all strikes. He could use some of that right here. Finds the zone on the first pitch to the cleanup hitter, Dylan DiGiulio. Dylan has yet to be retired. A couple of singles and a run scored. Grounded left side, gloved by the third baseman Winkelspeck to get the force out at second, but another run scores.
What a great play. Obviously keeping the ball in the infield, getting it out. Keeping the double play in order.
Donnelly scores, Molyneux at third, and DiGiulio reaches on the RBI fielder's choice. Now Ryan Hennessy, the runner from first, will take second, does a pirouette on his way.
That's a new move. Put some probably good music to that. Nice little highlight.
Hennessy fouls it away. Hennessy walked and scored in that 3-run third inning for Pennsylvania. Now Ryan, like his dad, a huge Mets fan. Francisco Lindor is his guy, but he wears number 16 because his dad did, and his dad wore number 16 as a Mets fan back in the day because Dwight Gooden.
Dwight Gooden. Well, it's not easy to be a Mets fan these days.
These days? Why are you being specific to these days?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I guess it's just tough tough period. My father-in-law is a Mets fan. Yeah.
Hoping for a challenge here is Brian Miller after the call is safe. His tag on Molyneux, and the ball continues to be thrown around, and another run comes across. Throwing error by Miller, asking for the replay, and it cost him. So now 8-1.
Hennessy fighting off some really good pitches. Still 1 out.
Hennessy bouncing ball to short, giving ground to Moby, and with the speed of Hennessy, he never had a chance. An infield single for Ryan Hennessy. He says he's most wanting to meet Jalen Brunson of the NBA champion New York Knicks. I don't know. They didn't specify in the questionnaire, is he a Knicks fan, or does that date back to Villanova days as a Philly area guy, although he would have been really young.
Really young.
Jalen was playing at Nova. He's on base for the 3rd time.
But what a great run they had, the Knicks. It was fun to watch and actually root for the Knicks.
No doubt about it.
This coach goes out there and gets a chance to just talk through just some tough situations for a young man to go through. Try to encourage him through it, allow him not to take it out into the field, and move on to our new pitching change.
And we'll take a break. Welcome back to the A. Bartlett Giamatti Little League Leadership Training Center here in Bristol, Connecticut. This is day 1 of the Mid-Atlantic region, and Paulie DiDonato becomes the 4th pitcher of the day for Naaman's Little League from Wilmington, Delaware. And trying to stem the tide. 4 more runs have already come in this inning for Pennsylvania to make our score 8-1 PA. After Winkelspeck, Punteri, and Miller.
He's good, Doctor. Doc, he's good.
DiDonato will inherit a base runner at first base and have to deal with the number 6 hitter Paul Cowperthwaite. In steps the dangerous right-handed hitter, 5'3", 108-pound 12-year-old from Fugate Middle School. He picked the number 20 because of Mike Schmidt. And we've said it all weekend. We love all the tips of the cap to the old-time star players. Pretty cool sportsmanship there. Fist bumps for the umpire and catcher before stepping in. You never did that in the big leagues, did you? You were polite, I imagine.
I was polite and said hellos. Made sure that everyone knew we were on good terms, from the umpire to the catcher. Certain umpires, maybe Joe West, maybe had some other things to say to each other.
Maybe.
But it was always out of a response to Joe West. I never initiated it.
That's an infield single
Jack Cassidy
for Cowperthwaite. And now Jack Cassidy stands in. And Little League does have a run rule. At this point of the game, if somebody takes a 10-run lead, that would be the ball game. Although at this point, yes, it would not end immediately here. Delaware would get its opportunity to bat in the bottom half of the 5th inning.
1 ball, 1 strike play.
8 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Pennsylvania. 1-1-3 for Delaware. Pennsylvania looking to add to it, but that fly ball is caught out in right for the 2nd out.
Number 12, James Martin.
And now James Martin stands in to face DiDonato. Paulie says his dream job is to be a Disney Imagineer. He said Disney engineer, but we call it Imagineers, to work at Disney theme parks and attractions worldwide, looking to create greater experiences for fans of Disney.
Well, I can definitely speak to how much my family loves Disney, and we've almost single-handedly kept both parks alive with the amount of visits we've been there. So, love Disney parks.
Yep. Strike called against Martin on the outside corner. Evens the count at 2-2.
And if it makes Disney happy, I'll continue to talk about them the rest of the time.
You should. Why not?
Yeah.
I imagine it would make them very happy. Swing and a miss. Paulie DiDonato does a real nice job coming in to get the final 2 outs of the 5th inning and keep the score right where it is. It's 8-1 Pennsylvania. Delaware coming up in the bottom half of the 5th inning, looking to make a dent in this 7-run deficit. So far, the youngest of Chris and Sarah's 3 kids, Cole Warner, has been the story of this ball game. He has been nearly untouchable, allowing just 1 hit and 1 run through 4 innings.
And under control. Every pitch that you see is just nice, smooth delivery, throwing strikes, blowing the ball by kids, and just looks, well, just mature beyond his years.
He has 7 strikeouts, including the last 6 batters he has faced. As we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning, he'll be facing the meat of the lineup here, though. So Delaware has the guys coming up they want. Patty Grugan is the 2-hitter and will lead off here in the 5th.
For Delaware, number 3, Patty Grugan.
And so, as we mentioned, Wilmington, Delaware is not that far from Philadelphia, so it's no surprise that on both sides of the aisle in this game, tons of Phillies fans. So Patty Grugan wears number 3 because he loves Bryce Harper of the Phillies.
Philly fans today, Red Sox fans yesterday. I see.
Yep.
It all makes sense.
And if we were doing the Metro region, it'd be a lot of Yankees and a few Mets
Few.
mixed in.
Few.
Well, Patty says the best part about Little League is hanging out at the Namath fields every night.
Kid who loves the game.
Not a bad way to spend a summer if you're 12 years old, playing with your best friends, representing your town, now representing your state, playing baseball. Grugan can't catch up to that pitch from Warner. That is now 7 consecutive strikeouts for the tall right-hander.
This is unfair. Fastball down in the zone. going to be a strike. Do what you can as a hitter to try to fight it off. But these Delaware hitters, unfortunately, have run up against a really good arm in Cole Warner.
Now, Cole Jolowitzki is said to barrel up the most balls on this Delaware team. He's a true #3 hitter, always in the batting cage. He has hit 13 home runs this summer and counting. But quickly he is behind in the count, 0-2. And do you get defensive here against Cole Weaver, or you just keep swinging away looking to drive one somewhere?
I mean, it's 8-1 ball game. The most important thing is getting guys on. But at this point in an individual battle, you got to try to do everything you can just to put the bat on the ball. And he just treats him unfairly with a breaking ball.
Hitting is tough.
Man, looks easy on TV, people, but it's get to see it in person, get to be in the box. Cole Warner's making it look like it's as hard as it really is, and it's impressive to watch.
So now Taj Amobi, who walked and scored in the second. He is one of only 2 base runners allowed by Cole Warner. He scored on a base hit by C.J. Puett, and other than that, nobody has reached base against #5 for Pennsylvania. His 1-0 pitch downstairs.
I've gotten to this point a couple times in my playing career where you get later in ball games and you're getting no hit, and all the talk in the dugout is just get one, and it helps when it's a close game. And unfortunately, it's an 8-1 game right now, but just got to get one on the board, feel better about yourselves instead of getting no hit.
Taj Amobi up against it here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And he's worked the count full.
Thankfully, we was never a part of a team that got no hit, though.
You were not.
No, I was not.
Did you ever break one up late yourself?
I can't say that I did, actually.
And Amobi has worked another walk.
Seems to be the only one who has the force field around the plate.
And so now, because of pitch counts and with the idea of being able to bring Cole Warner back to be able to pitch Thursday if needed, they're going to take him out after 67 pitches, because it reverts back to under 65 as he finished that batter. The limit was 65, and he finished off the batter, Taj Amobi, and so Warner's done for the day. Back after this. So Ryan Hennessy is the new pitcher on the mound, coming in from center field and swapping spots with Cole Warner. And again, Cole Warner had gone to the 65 pitch threshold, just past it, finishing the at bat. The idea is if they hold on and win this game and then play Washington, D.C. as expected on Tuesday and lose, they would fall into a game on Thursday, and the rest required for how many pitches he's thrown now would allow for him to pitch in that game. Nice job by Hennessy to come on, and with one pitch retires Paulie DiDonato to end the side. Pennsylvania on cruise control for the moment, up 8-1. Okay. Want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. All about players sharing it with their families. And for Pennsylvania, Bob Hennessy, the manager, enjoyed the fact that he brought his son in, and with one pitch, he got out of that fifth inning. Fathers and sons enjoying Little League baseball together here in Bristol, Connecticut. Whether you're on the field or up in the stands, we're so glad you're with us here on ESPN+. And the star so far in this game, clearly Cole Warner, 4 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run allowed, 2 walks, 9 Ks. He has been taken out. Hennessy did the honors to get that last out. And now Pennsylvania batting in the top of the 6th inning, looking to add to its 8-1 lead. Colt DeGrazio watches that pitch all the way into the catcher's mitt for ball 2. DeGrazio has walked and popped out. Paulie DiDonato on the mound for his first full inning of work. He was able to get the last 2 outs in the 5th inning. And he issues a leadoff walk to DeGrazio. Defensive switches again for Delaware. Jenny has now come from the outfield to the infield. He's at second base. Ponteri's at third. Heisler in right. Amobi, who has played all over the infield, is now out in center field. Ball 1 to Mike Nolan, who ripped a double his last time up. Well, he is new to the team this year and has fit in beautifully. And among the talents, number 44 says he has baking, acting, and baritone singing.
Those are 3 interesting things to be really good at.
Yeah.
But I wonder if he sings while he's baking.
Well, he also plays football and basketball. I wonder if he sings while he's playing other sports.
He could. Good calming mechanism, good baritone voice.
There you go. Time called at the plate by the batter. Takes a big hack, but fouls it out of play.
Coach said he does have light tower power. Be fun to watch him run into one. Haven't seen one since yesterday.
Nope.
The Dominator hit one in the trees back there.
He ripped it.
Oh, he didn't like that.
And so the count is full. DeGrazio is at first. Nolan now waits the payoff pitch from Paulie DiDonato. Strike 3 called. And now time is called. We'll have another visit. It looks like a pitching change once again. The 20-pitch threshold has just been met for Paulie DiDonato. He goes out having thrown 22, but it reverts back to the start of that last batter. So he is preserving that next threshold. And so we'll step aside while the new pitcher warms up. Off the pitching change, we've got C.J. Puett, now the 5th pitcher of the day for Delaware. And it's been pitching that has gotten Delaware to this point. Namath's Little League has thrown the ball so well. They have depth, but they have not been as good today as they have been throughout the summer. Now Puett comes on with a runner at first base and Colt DeGrazio, and Adam Gazonis is the batter. Adam Gazonis says his dream job is he'd love to own a card shop someday, not just baseball cards, but all sorts of different types of cards.
And he's, I thought he actually liked to, I guess it may have been the previous batter, but signed baseballs. Yeah, I've got a few of those as well.
What's the best one you've got?
I got Hank Aaron, Willie Mays.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, I got them both in person. Also have Willie Mays signed jersey.
That's something. My favorite all-time autograph that I have is not on a baseball. It's on his rookie card from 1968, Johnny Bench. And I got that personally myself as a kid. Don't have it authenticated, but it doesn't need to be
authenticated. Doesn't need to be authenticated.
I know it, and I was there. Look out.
And for the fans at home, obviously, big Reds fan. That you are. So Johnny Bench was
my guy in the 1970s. No question about it. Gazonis walks, and that'll bring up Pat Corliss.
What a great ballpark to hit in there, though. Ball flies out of that place.
Oh, Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati? Yes, it has that reputation. Did you go deep there?
I did.
There you go.
I did.
Did you hit it well enough? Or was it a GABP type of home run?
It was a line drive up the middle that I thought it's got a chance.
And it carried.
And it carried. Wild pitch moves the runners over.
And And so down to third goes DeGrazio. And here is Pat Corliss. There's his dad watching with his, was that a Cardinals hat he had on? Oh, it's the East Side hat. It does look like a St. Louis Cardinals hat from the side there.
It is.
Third base coach making sure that his runner didn't try to score on that. In part probably because it's 8-1, and in part because, as we've talked about, the catchers can recover quite quickly because there's not a lot of room behind home plate.
Yeah, no need to force the issue right now.
Corliss takes the fastball from Puitt upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. The 5'7" right-hander takes a deep breath. Line drive right at the shortstop, and that's an easy double play. Pat Corliss tagged it, but didn't hit it in the right spot. It's an easy 6 unassisted DP. 8-1 our score.
Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and a slice of sports paradise. Hammered, gone!
Up and out of Williamsport.
Are you kidding me? Lay out like a superhero.
Great baseball ahead. Here we go.
The fun begins August 19th, and among the thrilling parts of going to Williamsport, one of these teams will have that opportunity. You see the updated Mid-Atlantic region bracket. The winner of this one, at this point, it looks like Pennsylvania will face Washington, D.C. But I love the fact that Major League Baseball has aligned with Little League, and they will have the MLB Little League Classic again this year. It'll be Sunday, August 23rd at historic Bowman Field, 7 o'clock. You can see it on ESPN. But for the kids to be able to see up close major leaguers from the Atlanta Braves and the Milwaukee Brewers will be just part of what will be maybe the best week of their lives.
Yeah, that's going to be an amazing week, and really looking forward to it.
And I do appreciate, you probably never participated in that sort of thing because I don't think it was around while you were still an active major leaguer, but I have been so happy to see how invested the major leaguers are in the interaction. There's a bloop base hit to start the bottom half of the 6th inning. Brady Winklespect is aboard, just the 2nd hit of the day for Delaware. But the big leaguers seem to really get, maybe not as much as the little leaguers get out of it, but it's a nice break from a long season to go see the boys.
Yeah, an opportunity just to embrace the next generation of baseball players and encourage them as they go through this process of learning how to play this game and loving this game, and hopefully some of them will end up being in the same place as they are.
C.J. Pruitt rips that one foul. And you know, for the Atlanta Braves, Ozzie Albies, of course, will be there, and his hometown team in Curacao is already qualified to be in this year's field of 20. And so you know, when he sees the boys from Pariba Little League and they see him, it's going to be a party.
Oh yeah, definite party, celebration. Love seeing kids coming from such a small place in Curacao, and I actually have family from there.
Okay. Well, that MLB Classic at the Little League World Series dates back to 2017. Off the glove of the third baseman, Pruitt with the hot shot. And here comes Delaware. Back-to-back base hits by Winkle, Specht, and Pruitt. And that'll be the cue for Jason Ponteri to come up.
Number 12, Jason Ponteri.
And again, keep in mind, right up through the World Series, ESPN has started the Around the Bases Whip-Around show. Matt Schick, Mike Rooney, you can find it on ESPN Plus, keeping track of all 10 regionals going on this weekend and throughout this coming week, as we determine the 10 American teams that will be at the 79th Little League World Series in Williamsport, August 19th to the 30th. Ryan Hennessy's 2-1 pitch. High chopper. Hennessy goes to first, and there's one away. Now Brian Miller will bat.
Number 7, Brian Miller.
Specht the runner at third, Pruitt at second. Hennessy's 1-0 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, we have seen it this weekend, Vernon. The mission of Little League is that it believes in the power of youth baseball and softball to teach life lessons that build stronger individuals and communities, with a key focus on sportsmanship. It's a mission-based program, not for profit. We appreciate all the volunteers, the coaches, the umpires, all around the ballpark making this happen.
And they create such a great atmosphere for these kids just to come and enjoy playing this game, this field, and the work they've done, how beautiful it is. And it's just a pleasure to be a part of. And such great people everywhere.
No doubt.
Everywhere you turn.
Smiles everywhere. Brian Miller has worked the count full.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's the 3-2. Ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Delaware is not dead yet. You don't win as much as Namath's Little League has so far this year. They're known as the Bandits. You don't win as much as they have to just roll over here in the 6th inning.
No. And Hennessy's struggling right now on the mound to find the zone. And with an 8-run lead, it's a situation where you just throw the ball down the middle and force them to swing the bat. So let me see if he can settle in and do that. And possibly Delaware has some good swings left in them as they get to the bottom of their lineup.
Joey DeCaro, with the bases loaded, takes strike 1. What I said about Namath's Little League, same as Eastside Little League. They are the first Eastside Little League team to win a state tournament and get here to Bristol, but they are not satisfied just getting to this point. DeCaro doesn't like strike called. It is 1-1.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ball and 2 strikes. Make that 3rd strike. He is out. I beg your pardon. So there are 2 away.
Number 21, Will Santoro.
So it comes down to Will Santoro.
He's got 19 pitches. Leaving him in. And he can start this batter and he'll still fall back to that threshold, so he'll be able to continue throwing the next day or their next game as needed.
Colt DeGrazio and the home plate umpire Tyrone Powell having a little laugh. And now back to business with the 0-2 pitch for Ryan Hennessy. Trying to close it out. Goes to the breaking ball and misses inside. Santoro awaiting the 1-2 pitch. That misses. 2-2. Strike 3 call. Ryan Hennessy closes it out for Cole Warner, who picks up the win, and Pennsylvania defeats Delaware 8-1.
Well, Cole Warner was the story of this game. His arm was electric, and Pennsylvania bats picked him up. Good win. Good win for Pennsylvania.
Well, they did it from top to bottom in the lineup. Starting with Cole Warner on the mound, he went 4 2/3 innings, allowed just 1 hit and 1 run, struck out 9. Ryan Hennessy effective out of the bullpen to close the door. And pretty much everybody did their thing with bat in hand. So here's the updated bracket. Pennsylvania advances into a winner's bracket game that you can see on ESPN Tuesday at 11 a.m. against Washington, D.C. that won a thrilling game this morning. But it's double elimination, and so Delaware's not done. They will play tomorrow against Maryland. For Vernon Wells and our entire crew, I'm Doug Sherman. Thanks for joining us for Little League Baseball on ESPN. Our next game from here in Bristol, Connecticut features the teams from New Hampshire and Maine in an elimination game from the New England Regional. That's at 4 o'clock Eastern here on ESPN+.